Hey, what's up guys, and welcome back to the YouTube channel. In this short and quick video, I'm going to be answering 10 of the most common questions I get asked in the comment section throughout my entire YouTube channel. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right into it.
Don't not get strained but strained. Don't not get strained but strained. Don't not get strained but strained. You don't get shit straight, you don't straighten it.
So jumping straight into the video, guys, again, these are 10 of the most common questions I get asked on my YouTube channel. I figured I'd gather these 10 questions and answer it. So if you guys have any additional questions or follow-up questions, let me know down in the comment section afterwards. So question number one is going to be, what is your typical detailing process from start to finish? So definitely we go ahead by starting off on the interior. There's no specific order whether you should start on the interior or the exterior. I definitely like starting on the interior. That is just us. There's definitely no right or wrong way, but we'll go ahead and actually start with the vacuuming process. Once we're done with the vacuuming process on the interior, we're gonna go ahead and clean the actual surface, right? So we'll start off with like the dashboard, work our way down to the actual steering wheel, to the center console. Once we're done with that area, basically we can now go ahead and work on the doors. So we'll go from the driver door to the back door to the passenger door to the second back door, right? And finally the very main back door. From there, we're pretty much done with the interior. All we have to do left is the actual windows. We'll do windows right before we transition to the exterior. Now when we go to the exterior, the first thing we do is we touch up the door jambs. So we'll apply an all-purpose cleaner, or what we actually use now is DIY Details rinseless wash for the actual door jambs. So we'll spray some of that rinseless wash in the actual door jambs and then close the door. So we'll let it work. In the meantime, we're gonna go ahead and start on the actual exterior. So we'll go ahead and do the wheels, the tires, and then from the wheels and tires, the wheel was at the same time, but after that, we'll go ahead and start actually washing the vehicle. And again, from there, you guys get the idea. Wash the vehicle, rinse the vehicle, dry the vehicle, and finally apply our tire protection, our tire shine, I should say. And at the very end, again, it's the windows from the outside. And that's pretty much it, guys, to give you guys an idea. So let me know if you have any additional questions when it comes to that process. Now, question number two is actually gonna be, which products and tools do you consider essential for a beginner? Now, this topic alone, I can probably have a video on itself, but to be straightforward with you guys and to answer it real quick, is definitely I recommend a shop vac for sure, quality microfiber towels, I want to say an all-purpose cleaner, or really an interior cleaner that is super versatile, that you can maybe not only use on your interior surfaces but on the actual window itself. That way you can kill two birds with one stone. Definitely quality microfiber wash mitts, and again, I want to go back on that, rephrase to that, quality microfiber towels, because you would not only use that on the actual interior surfaces but on the actual exterior surfaces like the paint and your windows. So definitely that is pretty much it. I also want to add a pH neutral shampoo, so a car shampoo that will be good as far as cleaning and the actual just being safe overall for your paint. I just want to take a quick moment to highlight something that's crucial for my mobile detailing business: staying focused on detailing jobs without getting bogged down by administrative tasks throughout the day. And that's where Jobber comes in. Jobber is the CRM and service management software that helps me run my business smoothly. It allows me to handle everything from creating estimates and sending quotes to scheduling appointments, invoicing clients, and accepting payments, all from my phone with no experience required. One feature I really love is the customer request forms. So when a client inquires about pricing, I simply send them a form to fill out. This helps us understand the job better and deliver a more accurate quote, saving time for the both of us. And speaking of saving time, Jobber Payments makes getting paid faster. With the ability to accept credit card payments instantly, you'll see cash flow coming in much quicker. Running a mobile detailing business means juggling a lot of tasks: quoting, scheduling, invoicing, and payments. Jobber makes it all so much easier by letting me manage everything again in one app. So if you want to try Jobber out for yourself, click the link in the description to receive a free 14-day trial plus an exclusive discount of 20% off your first 6 months when you sign up using my link. So you're welcome, guys. Now back to the video. Question number three is gonna be, how do you assess a vehicle before starting a detail? So this can be, again, tricky. It depends on what you really mean by assess, but I would say before starting your detail, walk around the vehicle, look out for any damage in the actual paint or in the interior, look out for any oxidation, any scratches, things of that nature, guys, for sure. Even water spots, that you wanna give the customer realistic expectations beforehand. Like, for example, if you see some water spots on one end where you know the car has been sitting in a parking spot for so long, and the actual sprinklers has been hitting it for months, right? You don't expect that to come off with just a simple wash. That will require polishing and things like that. So you definitely want to let the customer know beforehand and say things like, hey, by the way, this right here is some permanent water spots that can only be removed with polishing, and it won't be removed with, for example, a wash. So you definitely, again, want to look out for these things, and that's how I would say you want to assess the vehicle beforehand. Again, with the damage, you want to be safe. You want to play it safe. And what I mean by that is that I would go around the vehicle on the exterior and on the interior and take pictures of any damage that has already been occurred. You want to make sure that you know you're protecting yourself, because at the end of the day, if you do a great job, a great detail, right, and you go home, you don't want to get a call back from the customer and say, hey, by the way, you damaged my vehicle and you did this, when it's been there, they just hadn't seen it. So now you have proof that it was there beforehand. And to circle back real quick, as far as the interior, you want to go ahead and check not only for damages, but for things like stains, heavy pet hair, and even odor at times, right? You want to, again, set expectations with the customer, let them know what they have on their hands, and let them know what you can do about it, or see what they really want to get out of the detail, and again, exchange information as far as pricing and the services that they can possibly get from you. Now, question number 4 is going to be, what is the difference between a one-step and a multi-step paint correction? Multi-step meaning 2-step or 3-step paint correction. And basically, with the one-step, you're going to be using one product to basically remove light scratches of the paint and improve the gloss of the paint. Not too much, to a certain extent, of course. Whereas with the 2-step or 3-step, you're definitely going to be getting more out of it, but it will require more time and attention and effort for sure. That will also bring in more money as the detailer as well. Now, question number 5 is going to be, how do you handle different types of stains or odors and interiors? So for stains, I definitely will use most of the time a carpet cleaner or a fabric cleaner, but you can definitely use a steam cleaner, you can use an extractor, and you can combine all of these when needed as well. That will always be determined on the type of stain, on the size of the stain. So you want to ask these type of questions to the customer beforehand as well, to have an idea of what you're going to be using or what is the detail going to entail. But definitely, as far as fabric cleaner, we like to go with P&S Carpet Bomber, or just their overall 3-step system. Now, when it comes to odors are really tricky. We actually don't focus on odors itself. We actually let the customers know when they do inquire about odors that we don't actually offer full odor removal on the vehicles. We'll go ahead and maybe, apply a nice odor on the vehicle after doing a deep cleaning on the interior, but that's about it as far as we go. Just because we don't have an odor, we don't have an ozone removal machine, that will actually take you a long way if you do have an ozone machine. We actually don't have one, just because we don't really care to focus on that just now, especially because I know that it takes time when you have a machine on the vehicle. You want to let it sit for a couple hours, and we're a mobile detailing business. We don't quite focus on that literally just yet, but maybe overall soon we will. However, with odors, the best bet and the best way to go is definitely with an ozone machine. And the last thing I want to mention as far as that, guys, is that no certain air freshener, no certain scent will definitely cover up that actual odor in your vehicle that smells bad or doesn't smell too good, just because you're going to be masking it at that point, and you don't want to mask an odor. You want to take care of it. So definitely one of the first few steps you want to do before even using an ozone machine is definitely do a deep cleaning on the interior, whether that's cleaning all of the single surfaces and throughout the entire interior, or just sanitizing it overall. Question number 6 is going to be, what are the most common mistakes beginners make when detailing? And I would say definitely using the wrong technique for sure. Just because when you're a beginner, you don't know too much, right? You're still learning. So definitely using different techniques in the beginning, and some are not working at all. Some are just completely wrong. So you want to master it with time, which is, I believe it's a mistake, but it's not a terrible mistake. It's definitely a learning curve for sure. And with time, you will definitely learn from those mistakes. So you definitely want to make mistakes in the beginning. I'm not saying that you want to go out of your way to make mistakes, but make those mistakes, learn from it, and grow from there. Definitely will take you a long way, especially in the long run. You're going to be like, wow, I can't believe I was doing this wrong, and now I'm a pro at this, for example. And as far as little things like working in direct sunlight, a lot of times we know we can be detailing in direct sunlight, but we don't have a choice. So definitely I'll add that there. And one simple silly mistake is definitely when you're applying a certain wax, like a paste wax or a liquid wax, a lot of people skip the decontamination process. So definitely I'll say try your best not to. If you have to, you have no choice, but definitely it is best to just decontaminate the actual surface before applying a form of protection on the actual exterior surface. Question number 7 is going to be, how do you maintain your tools and equipment for longevity? So definitely just maintenance. I would say maintenance is key. For example, with your vacuum filter, you want to clean it out or replace it. With your towels, you want to wash it at the end of the day. With your foam can, you want to rinse it with water or run water throughout the filter and instead of soap at the end of the day, right? Things like that will make all your tools go a long way. Definitely get the best out of them, get the long duration of them for the entire period, whether that's 1 year or 5 years. That is going to be completely up to you, and I feel like maintenance is always going to play a big factor in that case. Now, question number 8, and I actually get this question asked a lot on a daily basis, just in different forms, is how do you approach pricing and customer service as a mobile detailer? So as far as pricing, of course, we definitely price based on size, condition, and the service that the customer is requesting. Of course, every vehicle will be different, so that would depend on the condition of the vehicle and what the customer actually wants. As far as customer service, you want to try your best. You want to put yourself in the customer's position. Definitely, what would you want out of a detailer coming to your house or to your place of work to treat you like and to be like? So definitely put yourself in the customer's shoes and basically be the detailer you'd want to have. Question number 9 is going to be, how do you protect exterior surfaces? So again, you have waxes, you have sealants, you have ceramic coatings. That will all depend on what exactly the customer wants, but it all depends on what you can offer as well. If you don't know how to apply ceramic coatings, then that is something that you won't be able to offer, right? But if you can apply something like as little as a spray wax to a paste wax to a sealant to a longer lasting sealant, you guys get the idea. Definitely want to put that in play. Again, a wax will last 2 to 3 months, gives a good shine, but again, the duration is what sucks because they only last up to like 3 months. Then you have sealants, which is pretty much the same thing, but does last a little longer. And then the coating definitely will give you more years, or even I should say give you a lot more time, even a couple years. But that also comes with a lot of prep work and a lot of effort from the detailer. Not to mention, you're definitely going to be charging for it, but will definitely require more effort. So those are the different types of protection, forms of paint protection that you can offer on the exterior, and that's pretty much what you want to explain to the customer and let them know what are the pros and cons, what are the ins and outs as far as the actual different protections, and then go from there. Now, question number 10, I get asked on a daily basis in all different kinds of ways or forms, but essentially this is what I'm getting asked, and that is, what cleaners do I recommend or I suggest, or what do I use, right? And I'll definitely tell you guys that in no way, shape, or form is this video a sponsored one, but I just want to be honest as to what I use, and I feel like I'm very vocal about this. However, if you guys really want to know, again, I'll mention it once again, and that is, I love to use DIY's Details Rinseless Wash for the interior, and the great thing about DIY's Details Rinseless Wash is that you can actually use it on the exterior as well. Again, it's a rinseless wash, so it is meant for the exterior, right? Especially if you don't have a hose at home, or maybe you don't have access to water. You get what I'm saying, right? If you have enough water to put into a pretty big bowl, or even a small amount of water into a 5-gallon bucket, right? A 5-gallon bucket is literally what you exactly need, but maybe you don't have a bucket, right? Maybe you have a bowl, slightly bowl that is pretty big, then go ahead and use that. But definitely that will let you wash your vehicle, whether you live in an apartment complex, whether you want to wash your car inside your garage, you get the idea. But definitely the great thing about DIY's Details Rinseless Wash is that what we use it as an interior cleaner, and it is very versatile, whether we're using it on the doors, on the dashboard, on the steering wheel, on the plastic, or where the speedometer is at, and even the windows as well. Very versatile. We actually enjoy it. I don't think I'll be using any other cleaner anytime soon. That is the #1 cleaner that I use and that I definitely recommend. I feel like maybe you guys think that I'm not being honest, but I just don't know what else to say to that. That is the only product that we actually use as far as cleaning the interiors, and I feel super safe using it because, again, it is a super safe product. We can use it on any car, whether it's the cheapest car out there, or whether it's Bentley, whether it's a Tesla, whether it's a Lamborghini. You guys get the idea. And that's gonna be a wrap for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and if you did, make sure you smash the like button, leave a comment down below, and press that subscribe button, as well as hit the notification bell button to join my notification squad. Don't forget to watch another video here on the screen, guys. As always, guys and girls, see you on the next one. This one.